Hello and welcome to In Depth. I'm Tina Jha. The election violence in West Bengal has ironically centered attention on one of the greatest figures of social reform in the country and especially Bengal. Revered as a Bengali icon, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was a Bengali Sanskrit Pandit, educator, social reformer, writer and philanthropist. He was one of the greatest intellectuals and activists of the 19th century. Born on 26 September 1820 to a Kulin Brahmin family at Barsingha in the Midnapur district in undivided Bengal, Vidyasagar brought about some of the most far-reaching reforms against malpractices by his own community. Vidyasagar made a difference in a period when few men tried to challenge the decadent traditions of time. In Depth today looks at the achievements and changes that Vidyasagar brought about in society. In the field of education during the 19th century in Bengal, his work for the emancipation of women at a time when their status was less than that of second-class citizens and very few people even thought about improving their status. The desecration of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar's statue during the violent clashes that broke out in Kolkata on Tuesday have put the spotlight on the renowned philosopher and key figure of Bengali Renaissance. More details about the social reformer in this report.
Even as Bengal is gripped by poll-related violence, the man who has become a rallying point, whose bust was the unfortunate victim in Tuesday's violence in the state, is national icon Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar.
He got this title Vidyasagar because of his learning. And in Bengal, as I said, his learning is all a national achievement, of course, and for women especially. But in Bengal, he, as I said, he got in Sanskrit college, he was educated and he stayed there, and then ultimately in Fort William College, he got in Calcutta, he got the first job, came to Sanskrit college again. So he was a well-established, high caste person. His whole family was very well established. He was right in the, from 1820 to 91, his lifespan lasted, which was the high point of the Bengali Bhadralok, who were active in the socio-political life of Bengali society.
Vidyasagar is a towering figure in Bengal. He is revered for engineering far-reaching social reforms in Bengal. His contribution to the field of philosophy and education was no less significant. Vidyasagar was a renowned educationist of his time. His social reforms brought about deep-seated changes and triggered Bengal's Renaissance. Vidyasagar's book, Borno Parichoy, is still used as the introductory text to learn Bengali alphabets. Vidyasagar authored many books that greatly helped the Bengali education system. He championed the cause of education, especially for girls. Along with fellow reformers Ram Gopal Ghosh and Madan Mohan Tarkalankar, he founded several schools for girls in early 19th century. He strongly believed that everyone, irrespective of their caste and gender, had the right to education, and so he opened up the premises of the Sanskrit College for people from lower castes. He was particularly vocal about the cause of widow remarriage and introduced the practice and pushed for Widow Remarriage Act 15 of 1856. He also reconstructed the Bengali alphabet and reformed Bengali typography into an alphabet of 12 vowels and 40 consonants.
He also established so many schools and colleges, and especially in Jorasanko. His famous school is still there and is working, and he also wrote so many novels, like his whole short story collection of short stories, He also wrote about Sita's Vanvas. Sita Vanvas, that is one of his very famous writings. And he wrote about short stories, novels in Bangla, and is a very well known scholar in West Bengal. I think one of the well-read Sanskrit scholars.
Vidyasagar spent most of his salary to pay for the expenses of poor students. He helped revered Bengali poet Michael Madhusudhan Dutt to relocate from France to England and study for the bar. He also facilitated his return to India and inspired him to write poetry in Bengali, creating some of the most legendary literary works in the language. Michael Madhusudhan is understood to have given him the epithet Daya Sagar, or ocean of generosity, for his selfless altruism. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, the great scholar, academician and reformer, passed away on 29th July 1891 at the age of 70 years. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar played a significant role in social, cultural as well as intellectual awakening of Bengal. He is known for his contribution to philosophy, education as well as reforming Bengal society. A renowned educationist, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar changed the way Bengali alphabet was taught at his time. He was a social reformer who played a key role during the Bengal Renaissance.
Philosopher, educationist, reformer, writer and philanthropist, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was all of these and much more. Born Ishwar Chandra Bandyopadhyay on 26 September 1820 in West Bengal, he was bestowed the title of Vidyasagar in 1839 for his mastery over Sanskrit and philosophy. The word Vidyasagar means ocean of knowledge in Hindi. His insatiable quest for knowledge made him an academic par excellence.
He lived in the 19th century. This century was known as the century of social religious reform in modern Indian history. We may also call this as the Indian Renaissance. This was the time when all over, in all fields where reform was required, reform was taking place. And Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was one amongst a few social reformers who became very famous in the 19th century.
In 1839, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar successfully cleared his law examination. He passed out of Sanskrit College in Kolkata in 1841, qualifying in Sanskrit grammar, literature, dialectics, Vedanta, Smriti, and astronomy. At the age of 21, he joined Fort William College as head of the Sanskrit department. In 1846, Vidyasagar joined the Sanskrit College as assistant secretary. Within a year, he brought a number of changes to the existing education system. During his tenure as the principal of Sanskrit College from 1851 to 1858, Vidyasagar initiated unprecedented changes in both administration and education.
His background, his whole life, was steeped into learning and scholarship. And he was a great writer, he was a scholar, and he was very much interested in literature, especially his contribution to Bengali literature is very well known. Several of his books on Bengali literature subjects are very popular and famous. They are well read in Bengal especially. He was young, he studied in the Sanskrit College in Calcutta, and then he also worked in the Fort William College and Sanskrit College.
At a time when there was no concept of universal education, Vidyasagar strongly believed that everyone, irrespective of caste or gender, had the right to education. He even opened up the premises of the Sanskrit College for people from lower castes. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar brought about a revolution in the Bengali education system, changing the way Bengali language was written and taught. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar is credited with reconstructing the Bengali alphabet. He simplified Bengali typography into an alphabet of 12 vowels and 40 consonants, eliminating the Sanskrit phonemes. His book Borno Parichoy, meaning Introduction to the Letter, is still used as the introductory text to learn Bengali alphabet. He also initiated the acceptance of admission fees and tuition fees. He introduced Sunday as the weekly holiday and summer vacation in the months of May and June. Vidyasagar also revised the exam pattern by introducing monthly exams instead of annual ones. He introduced the study of English, Western sciences and mathematics. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar established 20 model schools in Hooghly, Midnapur, Burdwan and Nadia. He supervised these schools, recruited teachers and formulated their syllabus. Vidyasagar was also a key figure in Bengal Renaissance, a cultural, social, intellectual and artistic movement in Bengal from the 19th century to the early 20th century. The Renaissance period saw a magnificent outburst of Bengali literature, with Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar being the pioneer. He wrote nearly 10 books on Bengal's history and literature, all of them considered classics in today's time. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Time for a short break on the program. On the other side, we'll talk about Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, the social reformer.
Watch The Big Picture with me, Frank Rausen Pereira, at 6:30 p.m.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
Mihir Sen, an outstanding and extraordinary saltwater swimmer of India. He is the first Asian to swim the English Channel way back in 1958. And just 8 years later, in 1966, he swam the 7 seas of the 5 continents in 1 calendar year, which etched his name in the Guinness Book of World Records. In 1959, he was also conferred the Padma Shri, and in 1967 he was awarded the Padma Bhushan.
Watch The Big Picture with me, Frank Rausen Pereira, at 6:30 p.m.
Welcome back. You're watching In Depth. What is fascinating about Vidyasagar is the way in which a traditional Sanskrit scholar in a patriarchal society used his command of the ancient scriptures to argue against opponents in his own community and to campaign for very modern reforms against child marriage, polygamy and the mistreatment of widows. His endeavors for women's upliftment, welfare, empowerment and elevation proved to be a milestone, and he became a great source of inspiration for people.
Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was a social reformer who worked tirelessly to transform society. He was the 19th century polymath reformer whose contribution towards changing the status of women in India was remarkable. Vidyasagar not only changed the Bengali alphabet and type, but also challenged Hindu orthodoxy by playing a pivotal role in passing the Widow Remarriage Act. He fought for women's education and vigorously challenged the barbaric practice of child marriage. Standing tall against the conservation power centers of Hindu society, Vidyasagar was a man who was way ahead of his times. He championed the upliftment of women in India, particularly in his native Bengal. Unlike other reformers who sought to set up alternative societies or systems, Vidyasagar sought to transform society from within. Vidyasagar vowed to uplift the status of women and prepare the ground for remarriage. It was the result of his untiring struggle that the Government of India passed the Widow Remarriage Act in 1856. It was indeed another revolutionary social step taken after the Sati Regulation Act. With the purpose of gathering people's support for the implementation of the provision of remarriage of widows, he encouraged his own son Narayan Chandra Bandyopadhyay to marry a widow.
Some very important reforms were undertaken by him, like the Widow Remarriage Act, and then there is not many people know he also fought against polygamy, which ultimately also led to his fight for against child marriage. That is one thing, leading to the Age of Consent Act of 1860. That is also one important achievement in his lifetime. And that was the age when these social reformers were actually working through legislation to bring or to achieve reform.
Vidyasagar also laid emphasis on education among women, who due to lack of education were in the grip of social malpractices. They were deprived of their basic rights. Education, in the words of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar himself, is the priceless treasure of life. Just its arrival not only ascertains welfare at individual level, but paves the way for large-scale development of the society. He established many educational institutions throughout Bengal. He founded 35 schools for girls throughout Bengal. The Metropolitan School of Calcutta was one of the institutions founded by him. The sole purpose of these schools was to make women self-sufficient and empowered.
In terms of women, how he was working for reform for women, women's condition, because that was the century, that was the time when the condition of women especially was not so good. We can say, they were deprived of so many things, especially education, and there was not much in terms of their achievements or their social life. So, this deprivation was one of the reasons why social religious reform for women took place, and this was much recognized by several social reformers.
Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar also fought against the evil of child marriage and strongly protested against polygamy. Both these social evils had a detrimental effect on women's dignity and self-respect. Vidyasagar launched a movement against these social evils. Although various measures were taken for the abolition of polygamy, it was not until India achieved its independence that this tradition could be abolished. Vidyasagar's work for the upliftment of women, their self-sufficiency, prosperity and empowerment, along with his untiring efforts for Nari Siksha, remain unique. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
One of the biggest social reformers in India, Vidyasagar challenged the widespread practice of child marriage. Due to his courageous entrepreneurship, widow remarriage was ushered in the conservative Hindu Brahmin society of Bengal. He also fought a determined battle against the prevailing social custom of Kulin Brahmin polygamy. Here's a report on why he is still revered as a Bengali icon and his relevance in today's world.
Vidyasagar's greatest legacy is his unflinching resolve to transform orthodox Hindu society from within. As the principal of the Sanskrit College, he encouraged scholars to study ancient sacred texts and interpret them for contemporary usage. His study of ancient texts convinced him that the degrading status of Hindu women of his time was not sanctioned by scriptures, but was because of the existing power relations in society. Vidyasagar fought a determined battle against the prevailing social custom of Kulin Brahmin polygamy. Such was the nature of this horrible practice that some men ended up marrying as many as 80 women. This degrading practice ensured that aged persons married teenage girls and even children.
It goes without saying that it was one of the biggest achievements during his time, and it was much ahead of his time. You know, widow remarriage is still, considered a taboo, and it's not very easy to have achieved at that time, about say 200 years, more than 200 years ago. Somebody was coming up for the widows. What was the reason why he became sensitized towards that? Kulinism was a very big reason. The Kulin Brahmins, they would, especially very old people, very old men, would marry young women, young girls, around 10, 12 years old, on their deathbed. They would be dying, and because of poverty, their parents, the parents of the young girls, would marry them off to such old people. They would die ultimately very soon, and these girls would become widows. So what future they had, that's a very pathetic thing that actually moved him.
The unfortunate girl, who would be widowed by the death of her elderly husband, was condemned to a life misery, from abstinence to discrimination and deprivation. These widows were subjected to severe restrictions and had to dress in plain white cotton saris and remain with their shaved off heads. Some widows would even be thrown out of their houses and frequently ended up as prostitutes, rape victims, and unsupported mothers. Vidyasagar published 2 volumes of books on remarriage of widows and another 2 volumes on polygamy, citing quotes from scriptures and explaining the validity of this argument. Due to his courageous entrepreneurship, widow remarriage was ushered in the conservative Hindu Brahmin Society of Bengal.
He also realized that it is education, the deprivation, how women are deprived of education, which is doing all this. It's not just poverty, not just, female thing, it's a girl, so, she has to be deprived. Not just that, it's education all round, not just of women also. The whole society has to be educated in order to understand that such we call them kuritiyan, such superstitious practices in the society, they can't sustain, because a whole section of young children, they are still children when they are 10, 12 years old, married off. So they are deprived of their basic rights. Their personalities were defective ultimately, and some of these widows would they would go forever, they would become tonsured and they would become widows.
Vidyasagar admitted low-caste students in the Sanskrit College. He devoted most of his time in writing reformist literature and textbooks. He also wrote biographical notes on numerous noteworthy personalities in the history of the world, so that the young generation could be inspired by reading the great examples of their endurance, hard work, honesty, patience, perseverance, courage, determination, and philosophy of life. Some of his works are Betal Panchavinshati. Other notable literary contributions by him include Banglar Itihash, Jiban Charitra, Shakuntala, Mahabharata, Sitar Banabas, Bhranti Bilas, Oti Alpa Holo, Abar Oti Alpa Holo, Brojabilas, Ratno Parikha. Vidyasagar's work on social reform include Widow Remarriage on Widow's Right to Remarry 1855, the second book Bahu Bibah on Banning of Polygamy 1871, and Balya Bibah on the Flaws of Child Marriage. With inputs from Astha Kulshresht, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
That's it from us in this edition of In Depth. We'll be back same time tomorrow with a focus on some other significant subject. You can also watch our program online on YouTube and Twitter. And don't forget to send your feedback and suggestions about our program. Thank you very much for your time.